Coming up on today's episode, NFL Week 3 recap. Daniel Jones and the Colts are 3-0. The Falcons get skunked in Carolina. And we had 3 games come down to being a blocked field goal. We got some wild action. We'll get into it, including that Monday Night Football game in Baltimore. All that's coming up, guys. Stay tuned. All right, welcome to Sports Talk from the Crib. I'm your host, Tanner Christian. And man, we had some wild finishes in Week 3. We had a whole lot of action, a lot of fun and exciting games. We'll get on to it here in a bit, including that Monday night game in Baltimore. But first, if you're new, episodes are airing every Tuesday and Friday. We're available on all streaming platforms. Check out the website, sportstalkfromthecrib.com. You can stream the podcast on there, as well as our social media sites are at Philly Heat Entertainment. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. You can catch all the latest action, so subscribe and follow on them. Coco, you were a loser on Monday night. My co-host, the Pop, Coco Bean. We had our picks on list last week. Hey, I was 12-4. I beat her. Finally got a good one in there, right? I'm kind of excited. Finally won 12-4, been neck and neck. I think the previous week, what did I win? Like 11 opening week. I think I was only at like 9. So I'm getting back in the win column. Coco lost that Monday Night Football game. She chose the Baltimore Ravens. I chose the Lions on the road. And the reason why I chose the Lions, I was like, it's going to be a close game. But watch, I can't trust Baltimore in the fourth quarter, and that's why I got the Lions on the road in a close one. Guess what happened, ladies and gentlemen? The Lions end up winning 38-30 over the Baltimore Ravens. You know, David Montgomery, I was expecting Jahmyr Gibbs to kind of have this type of game, but David Montgomery had 12 carries for 151 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, 2 ridiculous, long runs he had during the game. Lamar Jackson finished with 288 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Mark Andrews caught 2 of them, so he had that connection back. But let's talk about what happened there. Earlier in the game, Ravens 4th and goal. Lions stop them. And then another thing happened in the fourth quarter. Remember what happened in that Buffalo Bill game, right? Derrick Henry fumbled the ball. Guess what happened again? He fumbles the ball in a crucial moment in his own territory again in the fourth quarter. And that's when the Lions took huge advantage of it and ended up winning the game, scoring a touchdown on that possession. And it was just Baltimore added that late touchdown to kind of make the score look a little bit closer. But that fate of that fumble and the Ravens, it was doomed right there because the Lions just answered and scored. They went for it on their own fourth and had a little pitch with Amon St. Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs. So that's kind of cool to see. The most glaring thing is his Baltimore defense played really, really bad. But the Lions have been lights out these last 2 games after stumbling a little bit in that first week. So they had drives of 96 and a 98-yard touchdown drive. That's insane. You don't really see that too often now. But have 2 90-plus yard, almost 100 yards. They had to go the whole entire field twice, and they did it. So that's the most glaring thing and concerning thing about Baltimore as they fall to 1-2 on the year. They got to bounce back. And I know the 2 losses came against Buffalo and the Lions, Super Bowl contenders. But Baltimore, you see that last few years, you've been there. You've been in the neck of things. Here we are again against Buffalo and Detroit, and you can't close the deal late in games. They blew the lead big time in Buffalo, but this game was a little more close, a lot more balanced back and forth until that fourth quarter hit, and we had that costly turnover by Derrick Henry. It's just, can the Ravens just get over the hump against the teams that are like right there with them? Equal teams or teams that are just, let's face it, they're just a little bit better because they know how to close the games out. Josh Allen knows how to close the game out. Detroit, I mean, they're just dogs. Dan Campbell, when he got hired, a few years ago, it's just he's taking Detroit to the promised land. and they are tough on both sides of the ball all 4 quarters. So you got to come ready. And unfortunately, the Baltimore Ravens ended up losing again in primetime fashion against a very good team. So going forward, can Baltimore bounce back? Absolutely. They still have one heck of a team. The problem is that it's kind of they're not all healthy at the right time, or something happens in that 4th quarter. Here we go again. Something going to happen. Let's say that for Dallas. So, they got to bounce back from it. It's going to happen in the playoffs. You're going to be facing the Buffalo in the playoffs, right? If you get to the playoffs, we already know the matchup is going to be looking like. This is one of them. They got to beat the good teams. They got to beat the teams that finally get over the hump. All these teams. I mean, Buffalo, Baltimore. This is wide open this year. And the Eagles, defending champs, still 3-0. They're kind of cruising as well on the NFC side. So the Chargers look good this year. There's some other teams that we're going to see a new Super Bowl winner this year. I really believe that. So Baltimore, get ready. Lamar Jackson, really mad at Derrick Henry over there crying and slamming his helmet on the sideline. Come on, man. Be a man. Next game, move on. Get it done, right? But anyways, let's get into some of the shockers of these field goals blocks. I remember having it on TV because I got the Sunday ticket. I had it on the TV. I'm like, what is going on? I had 2 going at once. And then literally like 10 seconds later, it was another one for a potential game-winning field goal. I'm like, what in the world is going on? First, I'm going to start with the Bucs. I'm in the hometown Tampa here. And they win 29-27. Baker Mayfield, 233 yards, touchdown. Looking like Baker. He came back and won the game. But check this out. 26-20. They're lining up for the field goal, trying to put the game away. Jets block the kick, return it for a touchdown. Now they're leading. The head coach, Aaron Glenn, jumping down the sidelines, cheering them on. But guess what? There's still time left on the clock. When it's under 2 minutes what the deal is. Baker Mayfield leads the team down. This time they get the field goal off, and it's a game winner. And Baker Mayfield has 3 comeback wins already this year. Their Buccaneers are 3-0 in dramatic fashion. So that was the one game we had going. The other one was the Rams and Eagles going off to the side. And I'm like, okay, same deal. Eagles, Rams. It's 27-26 Eagles. I'm thinking, okay, Rams lining up, game-winning field goal, about to put them away. No. Jordan Davis goes right up the middle, blocks the kick, recovers it, and goes all the way for the touchdown. Yeah, big man Jordan Davis. How much does he weigh? We know he's over 6 foot, over 300 pounds, and he's running, dominant. And it looks like he's running about 4.4, 4.5. Gets the game-winning touchdown. Eagles win 33-26. Now in the game, Jalen Hurts actually played pretty well. They got A.J. Brown involved. He had, Hurts had 3 passing TDs, a rushing touchdown. Puka Nacua on the opposite side, 11 catches, 112 yards. It was one heck of a game. The Rams were leading the majority of this. It looked like they were blowing them out. The whole defense getting after Jalen Hurts, sacking them. And then the second half, the Eagles just took over. It was the Rams couldn't do anything. And I thought it looked like the Rams were really running away with this. And unfortunately, they let them off the hook. Second half, all Philadelphia. And it ends on a blocked return to field goal for a touchdown. And how about this one? This one shocked me. This is one of the games I lost. No idea that this would happen. Packers-Browns. Packers lose to the Cleveland Browns. I almost said the other word again. Clowns. But Jordan Love, 183 yards passing, a touchdown. Quinshon Judkins, the rookie running back for Cleveland, 94 rushing yards, a touchdown. Packers up 10-0 for the majority of this game till the fourth quarter. What was it, over 3 minutes left? And boom. Oh, I think they cut down to that when they got a touchdown. Because Jordan Love with a horrific interception. It was 10-3 during this time. And Browns take it down. Quinshawn Judkins, I think I'm saying his name right, gets the rushing touchdown. 10-10. Packers, here we go with a field goal, right? Lining up for the kick. Blocked. Are you kidding me? They're returning it, get a decent amount of yards. Then it's Cleveland's turn to kick the field goal. It's Joe Flacco. I think he got it to David Ojoko, and got the first down. They stop the clock. They come off for their game-winning field goal. Boom. In 13-10. Cleveland Browns with the victory. Joe Flacco gets what? Come on. This guy gets the win? Jordan Love? What happened? Myles Garrett was in the backfield the whole entire game, even though it may not look like it too much in the stat sheet. But, man, I thought what's he usually in the backfield? I thought he had like 10 sacks during this game. But for the Green Bay Packers, I don't know if it's the most embarrassing loss of the weekend, but it damn sure is close. The Atlanta is probably the most embarrassing. They got skunked against Carolina, 30-0. Now, for the Packers to lose this game, it doesn't make any kind of sense to me. I know Cleveland's got a pretty good defense. I get that. I don't want to go against Myles Garrett at all. But to come out here, not only score 10 points, and then have that fall off, they're the Baltimore Ravens of the NFC. Because we've seen this in years past. We even saw it when Aaron Rodgers last couple of years being the quarterback there. It's just like, you see this team, and they're loaded with talent, both sides of the ball, playing a great game. All of a sudden, something happens. I feel like these NFL teams just jinx me. The football guys don't like Green Bay, don't like Baltimore, don't like Dallas, don't like Miami, don't like Atlanta. I don't know. But this seems very odd that this happens to the same teams, no matter who they have in, no matter what free agents they bring in, no matter who else they draft, no matter who's coaching, no matter who's calling the plays. It doesn't matter. Something going to happen in that fourth quarter where you just scratch your head. You're like, how you blow the lead again? You had the game won. It happens to Green Bay again on Sunday. Against a lesser team. A team is probably going to finish at the bottom of the division. Right? You got Joe Flacco as your quarterback. You got two rookies sitting off on the sideline. Who knows the direction? And then you got Deshaun Watson warming up. Like, I don't know what's going on in Cleveland, but I do know this. They did win the game. It's one thing that happened. Yeah, they won the game. But it's just, it's what an NFL week 3. It's kind of exhausting. Daniel Jones is 3-0 in the Colts, and Jonathan Taylor looks like his old self. There's another thing happened. Falcons lose 30-0. These are the questions. We're hopping into these questions. We're going to ask ourselves, what's going on with Michael Penix? Why are they still running this weird pistol formation offense like they did with Kirk Cousins? We saw the same results. That pistol formation isn't working in Atlanta. What's going on, right? The Texans can't block anybody, can't score. They lose 17-10 against Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, who was even just like CJ Stroud, erratic everywhere. Now all of a sudden he looks better than CJ Stroud. And my favorite part is this. Chicago, Caleb Williams played like an MVP on Sunday, destroying the Cowboys. Who else? Russell Wilson destroyed them for over 400 yards too. So it's not saying too much, but there's this viral meme going on about Caleb Williams and C.J. Stroud. When they met last year, C.J. Stroud's giving him all the advice. Hey, man, good luck. Don't let it get down on you. And it was like ever since that meme has happened, Caleb Williams is just destroying C.J. Stroud in like every single category. And it's kind of funny, right? C.J. Stroud looks lost, but I mean, what do you do when the team has no offensive line and they traded away Larry Tunsil, the best guy? So, blame it on the GM there. And, Pittsburgh going 21-14 over New England. We have Minnesota just blow out Cincinnati 48-10. Oh, man, I thought it would be closer than that. But, oh, my goodness. Bengals, yeah, good luck without Joe Burrow and company. And Jamar Chase looks like he's about had it as well with actions he had on the field. Chargers stayed undefeated, 23-20 with a victory over the Broncos. Seahawks destroyed the Saints. I feel bad for Spencer Rattler out there. Like, the guy tries, but it's just like the team is so bad, and he's not the greatest quarterback, but I like his effort, man. The guy really does try. He's winless still as what is he, 0-9 now or something as a starter? 0-8, something crazy. Like, I feel a little bad for the guy. Chiefs beat the Giants 22-9. Hey, we're finally going to bench. News came out today. They're going to bench Russell Wilson. Yeah, that was a fluke game in week 2. I try to tell everybody that, Russell Wilson's saying he's back. He's motivated. I think anybody could throw for 400 yards on the Cowboys at this point. I could probably at least get 200 myself. That's how bad their defense is. But anyways, Brian Dabble came out and said, hey, Russell Wilson's going to be benched. Jackson Dart is getting the start next game. So, yes, finally we got to see Jackson Dart. I bet you Malik Neighbors is extremely happy. I think that was one of the big motivations when he said, he's at the press conference, he's smacking the gum, being a little, disrespectful. I won't say disrespectful. This is a little, some guy changed around here. They're trying to throw games is what I was kind of alluding to, because that possession for the Giants, they had 4 downs inside the 2 or 3 yard line near the end of the game, and the sequence was so bad. I mean, Russell Wilson was throwing the ball like 20 yards into the stands, even on 4th and goal. I thought we were trying to win the game. That's what really needs to be talked about. I've never seen that in my life of watching NFL, where the quarterback is airmailing these passes. Oh, my favorite one was on 2nd and goal when he ran a quarterback draw from like the 11-yard line. Let me get about 3 yards. Let me run a QB draw out here with 8 men in the box. Oh, man, that was what needs to be investigated. Who had money on the line with this one? But yes, everybody, what an entertaining NFL Week 3. So that'll do it for today's episode. I want to thank you all for joining me here on Sports Talk from the Crib with your favorite sports host, Tanner Christian. Remember, new episodes are airing every Tuesday and Friday. It's available on all streaming platforms. Check out the website, sportstalkfromthecrib.com. You got stream the podcast on there as well. And our social media networks, we're at Feel the Heat Entertainment. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, you name it. Subscribe, follow us on there. And be sure to catch Cocoa Bean, my game picks, every single week. We get on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So go check us out on there. Thank you all for joining me. See you all on Friday.